Thank you, Lenny, and thank you again, Larry and NCAI. And again, it's good to be here with you all today. I'm going to do a little bit of laying the ground here before we get into our presentation. And obviously, this is a very timely topic for us, unfortunately, because of what we are seeing across the country, but in particular in Minnesota right now with our people. And I think it's really important that we understand what we're seeing in Minnesota. I think that what you're seeing in the news is as bad as it is, it's much worse on the ground for folks in Minnesota or has been. And so this is certainly a timely conversation because what we've been seeing is racial profiling of our people, of all people in Minnesota. We've seen unlawful arrests. We've seen retaliation for individuals exercising their First Amendment rights, whether that's observing or videotaping. And then we've seen once individuals are in detention that they're being violently detained with excessive force. They're being harassed and ridiculed while in detention. And we have seen and heard stories of individuals being shackled for hours at a time while they're in detention until they're released. And then, of course, what we've seen with Mr. Preddy and Miss Good as well. So, very troubling facts and stories that are coming out of Minnesota, and it is really a dire situation. So, I'm glad we're able to have this opportunity to talk about our rights and what folks can do and understand on the ground. Of course, this is an informational session. It's not legal advice. Each situation is different, but I do just want to mention that out front. And then before I forget, I want to really recognize, in particular, folks on the ground in Minnesota and acknowledge all the important work that they're doing. I'm going to put in the chat here a link to the Metro Urban Indian Directors website from Minnesota. They have really good information on where you can go to donate to efforts that are happening on the ground, whether that's at the powwow grounds there in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, or with the Indigenous Protectors Movement. And of course, with the Metro Urban Indian Directors, there are a bunch of organizations involved there as well. So please see their link that I put in the chat there for everyone as well, and just recognize and acknowledge all the important work that's happening on the ground there. So with that, turn to just an overview of what we will be doing, Beth and I will be doing for our presentation. Beth will be covering information for individuals and knowing your rights for individuals. And that will be a good chunk of information for all of us here today. And then I will cover what organizations and nonprofits should keep in mind. And then we also have some suggestions that we've been hearing and thinking about for tribal nations as well. And I know Lenny's also been thinking about that and may have thoughts on that as well. But with that, I want to turn it over to Beth. And again, thank you, NCAI and team, for allowing us to have this conversation. And we'll jump right in. So turn it over now to Beth. Thank you.